Welcome to Dateline Polk with news about your county government. I'm your host, Neil Ryan. Today you'll learn about County Commission actions from the April 5th board meeting. The board adopted a resolution allowing the county to lease a county-owned building located near Central County Jail in Bartow to Tri-County Human Services. The board then approved a lease agreement with the Tri-County and a contract for services not to exceed $600,000 for the remainder of 2016. Tri-County will operate the New Beginnings Transition Center in the facility. This New Beginnings program will assist individuals with behavioral health and addiction problems who are at or below 200% of the federal poverty level, transition back into independent living. Future funding for the New Beginnings program will be considered after the November 2016 referendum for indigent health care services.
This morning, the board approved an agreement for the county to work with Tri-County Human Services to start a New Beginning program that will allow people who suffer with mental health and substance abuse issues and treatment concerns to actually enter a program to where they're going to get the right treatment needed. Now, these patients may enter the program through the courts. They could be referring themselves into the program, but it allows them a location to where not only can they be treated for mental health or substance abuse, if they suffer with both of those conditions, they're able to get assistance with going through the program and also with residential and transitional assistance out of the program, and they also will obtain job skills training. They will be able to get counseling services and work with reintegrating back into the community and to stay out of the criminal justice system.
With Polk County's estimated population now approaching 650,000, 911 call volume is increasing, so there is a growing need for additional ambulance services. Today, nearly 60,000 patients are transported annually by Polk County ambulances. The board approved transferring $660,000 from reserves to purchase 2 ambulances. The ambulances should arrive and be ready for service near the beginning of the new fiscal year, October 1st. The board also approved a $250,000 annual agreement with Stryker Sales Corporation for ambulance equipment and service to Polk County Fire Rescue. In other fire rescue related action, the board approved a lease agreement between Polk County and the town of Dundee and approved a one-time payment of $125,000 to the town for the cost of remodeling the county's portion of leased space in Dundee's public safety building. Beginning in May 2016, the county will lease the remodeled space to house an ambulance and staff for $1 a year for 10 years. The board approved a new master plan for Lake Wind Park. In February, park staff hosted a public meeting in Juanita for residents to provide input to the Lake Wind Park plan. The park, which was acquired in 2005, would be built out over several years with funding from community development block grants based on funding availability.
We presented a master plan for the Lake Gwynn Park in Juanita. This is on a 150-acre tract of land that the county has a lease with the state of Florida. We've had a community meeting out in Juanita, got the public input, what they'd like to see, and what we're proposing is to have 4 multi-purpose fields, picnic areas, and playground, and a basketball court to be constructed on this property. Funding would be coming over the next 4 to 5 years from the federal government through the CDBG program, at least that's what our hopes are, and the board adopted this master plan today.
The board also approved an amendment to its contract with Source 2 through May 2017. The amendment allows the county to use Source 2 to provide recruitment services to the county for an additional $175,000. Outsourcing recruitment to Source 2 will provide the county with a broader pool of qualified applicants and help shorten the time that it takes to fill vacant positions. The county attorney brought 2 items to the board regarding a subdivision in southwest Lakeland. Sundance Place Phase 2 is a 50-lot single-family subdivision, which received construction plan approval from Polk County in January 2014. The board accepted Sundance Place Phase 2 subdivision potable water, wastewater, and reclaimed water system utility improvements for ownership, operation, and maintenance by Polk County Utilities. They also accepted a 1-year warranty and surety in the form of an irrevocable letter of credit for approximately $13,500 for Sundance Place Phase 2. The board accepted the Healthiest Weight Florida Community Champion Award from Dr. Joy Jackson, Director of the Florida Department of Health in Polk County.
I came to the Board of County Commission meeting today to present the Healthiest Weight Community Champion Award to Polk County for the third year in a row. It is awarded this year because of a developer checklist that's used by developers designing communities of the future, where our communities are designed with healthy habit opportunities for successful eating and walking and exercise opportunities. Again, Polk County's received this award 3 years in a row, and I'm very pleased to be here. We also recognize the fact that Polk County, all 17 municipalities, have adopted complete street policies, and this is fantastic that all of our communities are looking to make our county healthier.
Polk County employees with long-time service were recognized for many years of dedication to serving our residents. Gary Hamil, a service worker, Equipment Operator 3 in Roads and Drainage, was recognized for 25 years of service. Gary is with the Lakeland Area Maintenance Unit Roadway Maintenance Section. Retha Kendrick, an Adult Day Care Center aide in the Social Services Division, was recognized for 35 years of service. Mike Lunsford, a Battalion Medical Chief for Fire Rescue, was recognized for 40 years of service. He has held positions as EMT, Paramedic, Field Training Officer, EMS Supervisor, District Chief for EMS, and Medical Supervisor. Mike is retiring on May 31st. In other news, there were 5 proclamations announced in the April 5th board meeting. The board proclaimed April 4th through the 10th as Public Health Week in Polk County. Sarah Roberts, Executive Director for Polk Vision, accepted the proclamation.
This morning, the BOCC recognized Public Health Week, Awareness Week, for all of Polk County. It's a national week focused on public health and community wellness. Polk Vision has a team called Building a Healthier Polk, multiple teams that work to make our community as healthy as it can be. And if they'd like to get involved, if anyone would like to get involved, they can go to polkvision.com and find out more about our Building Healthier Polk teams.
Danica Fields, Executive Director for Kids Need Both, Incorporated, accepted the proclamation for Parental Alienation Awareness Month.
Honoring Parental Alienation Awareness Month for the state of Florida and for Polk County is very significant because a lot of families here in this county are dealing with high conflict custody and divorce situations. And the impact on those kind of conflicts is the suffering of the children. And so our mission is to educate professionals as well as parents through co-parenting classes and different kinds of life skill solutions so that we can bring harmony and healing to families here in Polk County.
April is Water Conservation Month and April 22nd is Earth Day. The board proclaimed both and recognized the importance of conserving water in order to protect our resources. Bill Graff from South Florida Water Management District accepted both proclamations.
They recognized that we're now the 46th Earth Day. So April, or Earth Day, was designated or proclaimed here in Polk County. But at the same time, they also proclaimed April as Water Conservation Month. Now in Polk County, those two things go together quite well, particularly in most recent history with the creation of the Polk County local water cooperative, uniting all of the utilities in Polk County. Now, while that may be a water supply thing, what it does is it allows them to look at very sustainable, very environmentally friendly ways of expanding the water supply for a growing community, but at the same time also promoting conservation. So as I noted to the commissioners, we used to use the number 167 gallons per person per day in the South Florida Water Management District, and it's now 111 gallons per person per day. While that seems like a lot of water perhaps, it is dramatically less than we've used in just the recent history. So the ability to conserve water and look for very sustainable, environmentally friendly ways of providing water have just been huge advances in Polk County just within the last couple of years.
And finally, the board proclaimed April 29th as the Lakeland Derby Day. The Lakeland Derby is a major fundraising effort of Lakeland Volunteers in Medicine, a partnering agency with the county's Indigent Healthcare Division.
This is Lakeland Volunteers in Medicine annual premier event, and all of the proceeds go to help Lakeland Volunteers in Medicine care for the working uninsured. And it's a free community event on April 29th. There's many activities for everyone. Children's activities, live entertainment, food vendors, the evening caps off with fireworks, hat contest. It's just a beautiful evening on Lake Mirror. In addition, there's 3 races.
Commissioner George Lindsay was appointed by the chairman and ratified by the board to serve on the board of directors of the Polk Regional Water Cooperative. Commissioner John Hall will be the alternate director. And finally, Steve Criss was appointed to a one-year term ending April 4, 2017 to the Circuit 10 Juvenile Justice Advisory Board. In public hearings, the board adopted an ordinance granting an economic development ad valorem tax exemption to public supermarkets for its expanding their business. Public intends, as part of their new smokehouse line, to add 41 new full-time manufacturing jobs in Polk County, paying at least 100% of the 2014 average annual wage for Polk County, which is $38,248. The board adopted a small-scale plan amendment initiated by the applicant to change the future land use designation on 1.27 acres adjacent to Kathleen Middle School to provide more parking at the school. The board adopted an applicant-initiated ordinance by the Highland City Refuge Church to change the land development code designation on approximately 0.4 acres on Central Avenue and 10th Street. In a unique situation, the Board of County Commissioners reopened their regular business session following the public hearings to approve a construction contract for North Ridge Trail Phase 3 and a remaining unpaved portion of the access road near I-4 and US 27 interchange. The construction contract is a one-time expense of approximately $2.79 million with Junior Davis Construction Company. This followed the final action in public hearings when the board approved a development agreement between Majestic Realty Company and the county to construct these roads that will support the warehouse distribution centers being constructed in the Northeast Polk. Well, that wraps up this edition of Dateline Polk. To keep current with programs and progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, April 19th. I'm Neil Ryan. Thanks for watching.